Good morning. Welcome to Hot Seat. My friend Kyle Loveless with the WPA Intelligence, one of Oklahoma's great pollsters. And let me ask you, Kyle, everybody saw 60 million, 70 million saw the debate the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'd like to ask you about. How long until we know what the impact of that debate is on potential voters in this country?
Well, I think part of and first off, thanks for having me on the show. I think part of the deal is there's already a baked in, each of us are on each other's side. There's the red jerseys and the blue jerseys. That's pretty much set in most states. The undecided is where we're talking about. So that's where the key battlegrounds are going to be in the handful of the 6 states. And so usually it takes, I mean, the instant polls, I'm always leery of. You need to be watching at least 5 to 6 days after the debate, because in those swing states, people are hearing about the debate. If they watched it, they're seeing it time and time again. Hey, did he say that right? Or did she really say that? Or, people are making their minds up, and the pie is getting smaller and smaller and smaller for the undecideds until election day, where there is no more undecideds. You either show up or you don't. And so I would give it usually between 3 to 5 days. So we're getting close to it. You're going to probably start seeing on Real Clear Politics, on Rasmussen. There's a handful of aggregators of polling that show the trends nationally and battleground states.
All right, you just segued into my next question. We see about every 2 weeks, we see the New York Times Ipsos, they put out a poll, and then there's this hand wringing and pearl clutching. And I'm going, why are people worried about national polls when really we're talking about 7 states that are going to make up the electorate? Is it just ratings points? I mean, why should we care? I guess I'm asking about national polls when we should be thinking more about Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania. All right, undecideds. People keep talking about that. I mean, how many are there? First off, I wonder, how can you be undecided at this rate? But number 2, how do you find them? What are they thinking? How are they going to make up their mind? Do they actually exist, or are they not telling the pollsters what they're really thinking?
Well, that's one thing that I think that WPA, and not to pat ourselves on the back, that we have a well-established reputation. It's why we got the governor's race right for Governor Stitt in 2022, because we use not just voter history, we use what we call predictive analytics. And so what it does is it takes up to 1,200 data points in each person, from consumer purchasing to activity that they do, of how active they are in politics otherwise. The people that you're targeting for undecideds, that is the hardest thing to find. Getting people, because at the ending, in the last stages of the campaign, you got to do 2 things. You got to get your people out, and you got to make sure that the undecideds have the information as they go to the polls.
All right, final question for the night. I appreciate your time. When are we ever going to see a clear front runner, or is this one going to go down to the wire? Got about 30 seconds.
It seems to me this one's going down to the wire. And I as a American, I kind of wish it wouldn't. I wish, as a conservative, I hope that President Trump would win. However, by a large enough margin. But the problem is, I think it's going to come down to 4 or 5 states.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Kyle Loveless with WPA Intelligence, thanks for helping us understand a little bit about what happened the other night and the impact. And thanks for watching Hot Seat. See this again at news9.com and news6.com, and follow me at Mitchell Talks.